What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today I'm super excited to bring you guys another episode of Black Ops 2 Holeshot, which is one of my newer series where I kind of break down and analyze the start of a match on each of the maps in Black Ops 2. And the goal is to give you guys some tips and tricks that will help you have an advantage over your enemies and get you off to a good start on the map, start building towards your kill streaks, and set you up for a really great gameplay. So, in this episode, in episode 3, we're going to be taking a look at the new map Uplink. It's one of the newest maps in Black Ops 2 as a part of the new Vengeance DLC, and it's actually a remake of the old Black Ops 1 map that was called Summit. And Summit was one of the best maps in Black Ops 1. I played it so much, I know so much about it, and I cannot wait to share some of this stuff with you guys, so let's get into it. So, the first thing you need to know about this map is there are 3 main lanes to it. One is the cliff side, the second is the rail side, which is directly opposite of the cliff side, and then the third is the middle, which separates the two. And for the most part, most of the fighting on this map goes down in the very middle in that control room. That's kind of typical of all Call of Duty maps. You know, usually people run towards the middle, and yeah, I mean, the two sides, the rail side and the cliff side, are both good for flanking, and sometimes you might see some objective play there, but for the most part, you will always find enemies and teammates fighting over control of that middle control room. Now, starting off, if you spawn in and you want to run towards the cliff side, the advantage is slightly in the CDOM spawn's favor. I mean, they're both about the same, but the CDOM side has a slight height advantage. They're a little bit higher up, so they're shooting down at the enemies, and then they also have this rock right here, which offers really great cover. You know, if you want to lock down this side of the map, this rock is the spot to do it in, because you can't shoot through it, and it's really hard to shoot their tiny little heads above it. It's a really good head glitch spot. But if you're spawning on the ADOM side, that doesn't mean that you can't take control of this side of the map. So what you want to do, if somebody's in that rock, you can actually jump out to the ski lift, and then from out here, you can shoot them. And usually they won't expect you to be out there, especially at the very start of the map. So use that if you want to, and then push up. And if you're able to kill a couple of the enemies on the side, or if there are no enemies that come this way, sometimes that happens, then you have a huge advantage, because you can completely flank behind the CDOM spawn without being seen. You know, you can take this little outside area around the building, and then you can go on this little catwalk here where they can't see the top of your head, and you can get completely behind the enemies without them even having a chance to see you. So that can obviously be very rewarding, and you can get quite a few kills right at the start of the map. Now, over on the other side of things, on the rail side, this side of the map is truly even. I mean, it's not exactly symmetrical, but neither side has a true advantage. You know, it's pretty even, so use your nades, use your stuns, use your gun, obviously, and try to take out some enemies and take control of it. Now, there are 2 spots for each spawn that can help you do this. One is by hopping on top of these barrels right here, you can completely lock down this side of the map from enemies. You can shoot them back into the ADOM spawn and, you know, kill them right as they come through this building, or you can turn and you can watch the middle, and you can watch them as they're trying to go up the stairs, or go through gold to be domination, or, you know, anything else. So this is a very useful spot that offers you a lot of great cover, and if you can get into it, you're really going to be able to wreak havoc on the enemies. Now, over on the other side of things, if you're spawning on the ADOM side and you want to get in a spot to take control of this rail side of the map, what you can do is, it's kind of by that little barrel hop-up spot, you can walk out on this little net here, and if you get out far enough, you can actually see down the entire rail side. You can see the bridge, you can almost see CDOM, and if there's anybody that's running down this side of the map, you're going to be able to take them out, and they aren't going to expect you to be there. You know, you don't normally see people there. So that spot is, although it doesn't really offer you a lot of great cover, it's very good, because nobody ever expects you to be there, and you're going to be able to get a few kills. Now, moving on to your third and final option, if you don't want to go to the cliff side and you don't want to go to the rail side, you can go to the middle of the map. And this is kind of like a high risk, high reward scenario. I mean, there are a bunch of different ways people can get into the middle on both sides of the map. So you're going to have enemies all around you coming in from different directions, and it's really risky. But if you're able to take them all out and then do the objective, if there's an objective in there like capture BDOM or whatever, then that's going to be an amazing start to the map. So if you're feeling a little bit risky, middle is the way to go. Now, one thing you should know is both sides take about the same amount of time to get into the middle. You know, from the CDOM to get up to that first top window, and then from ADOM to get to the bottom gold area, it takes about the same amount of time. So it's even there, but obviously the CDOM side has a slight advantage, because again, they have that height difference. Anytime you're up higher than your enemies, you have an advantage. So CDOM, you know, it's a little bit better off. Now, if you do plan on rushing middle from CDOM, I don't suggest going to that first window, just because that's where everybody expects you to be. Go a little bit to the right, hop in this second window, and shoot down at people as they're coming through gold or from the cliffside or whatever. And then also, if you're in this spot, it gives you the ability to check the stairs in case people are, you know, coming up the stairs to get up into the top part of the map from the ADOM side. So that's a little bit more advantageous, but even better is if you come from the CDOM side, what I like to do is I'll run down by CDOM, you know, maybe capture CDOM, and then run in through the bottom into the middle control room, and then I'll bank a nade off of this pillar right here. And if enemies are going to try to capture B, or if they're just running into this control room, that's usually going to take them out. And then you can hop up on the computer and you can lay down behind cover if you want to capture B if you're playing domination, or you can do whatever you want to take control of the control room if you're playing a different game type. But in general, that's just it's a really, really good nade that usually will get you a kill or two. Now, over on the other side of things, if you're coming from ADOM and you want to rush middle, I highly recommend not going through the middle gold, the bottom gold or whatever. Usually that's a death trap. You know, the only reason why you should ever do that is to bum rush B-Dom and try to get a quick cap, but even then it's not recommended. Usually you're going to be taken out. If you want to go towards the middle of the map and you spawn at ADOM, what I recommend doing is running in through the ADOM, you know, building, jumping down, going up these stairs by cliffside, and then using this computer right here as cover. And you can kind of try to fight back against enemies, but even then it's not recommended because, again, they have the height advantage, they have cover, you have cover, but they're a little bit higher up, so they're probably going to be able to shoot you out of it. So for the ADOM side, really going middle isn't all that recommended. You'll probably have better luck either going cliffside or rail side because it's a little bit more even. You aren't at quite a disadvantage. So yeah, those are the opening routes that you can take. Now, moving on to the final section of this video, let's take a look at some of the pre-nade spots I've got for you guys, because I've got two for each spawn side and they're both very, very good. So starting off with CDOM, one thing you can do is just run up like you're going towards top mid and then throw a nade up in the air right over this little triangle symbol right here. Jump to give it some extra oomph, and it's going to land right in that middle alley on the opposite spawn side and will usually get you a couple of kills. Or if you want to nade the rail side, what you can do is run down, run past CDOM, and then throw a nade right here, right over that catwalk, and it's going to land back towards that back corner where people come through out of that zigzag building, and it's going to kill them as well. So both of those are pretty useful. And then on the other side of the map, if you spawn on ADOM, one thing you can do is you can nade back over the building. So just run towards the middle like you're going to go towards the middle of the map, throw a nade, and jump right over this A4 symbol, and again, it's going to land right in that middle area where enemies often run through, so that one's pretty good. And then also, if you want to nade the rail side, what you can do is you can come through that zigzag building, and you can throw a nade a little bit left of that catwalk. If you're playing domination, you can throw it a little bit to the left of the CDOM marker, and it's going to bounce off these pallets or these, you know, little slabs here and land right in the middle of that CDOM area. And if you're playing domination, that's one of the best nades on the map. So anyway, there you guys have it. That is Black Ops 2 Holeshot on the map Uplink. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've got a lot more of these Holeshot episodes coming soon because it seems like you guys really like them. So if you want me to continue making them, then make sure you hit that like button and keep leaving me nice comments. I really do appreciate it. And I've got a bunch of great videos coming soon. So thank you all for watching. Check out one of the other two videos on the screen if you haven't seen them yet. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.